I went out of my way. Special. We're a special hat. Put that right
Look,
there.
a special hat. There's a special ball with that hat.
No, I'm gonna get out of here. No, just kidding. Gosh dang it. Right when we have to start. Every time. Every damn time. Whew. All right, people. How you doing? Welcome to the final third of the week. Back from Vegas. Got to see some really cool stuff. And by the time we got back, the list was fully out for Cigar Aficionado's top 25.
No.
Oh, no, they didn't? They thought
finished today.
Yeah, it's out. Yeah.
It finished today. We got back yesterday.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I meant for the show, really. But
Right. Yeah. For some odd reason, they do like the top 10 throughout the week. And then Friday is 11 to 25. For some reason, I don't know why they do it that way. I think it's very weird.
Interesting.
Because by the time I know what number 1 is, I don't care about 11 to 25. It's like, who gives a shit?
Oh, look at them.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So they should have started with 25 to 11, then done their thing and had number 1 revealed today.
Yeah, Friday party.
I think that would have been a better way to do it. But they are Cigar Aficionado. I mean, obviously they know what they're doing. They've been doing it for a long time. So we want to go over the top 10 cigars in the list, or we want to go over all 25?
All 25. I'll just say the other ones quickly.
We'll go over all top 25, you guys. You guys let us know in the comments what you guys think. Already, I'm going to let you guys know. I do not think personally that Cuban cigars should be in the top 25 list.
Yeah.
The majority of the readership, from what I understand, is in the United States, and we do not have easy access to Cubans. So that being said, I do not think Cubans should be in their top 25 list. It is their list. So obviously they're going to have what they want in it. But that's why we don't have Cubans in our list. We want to have cigars that we think you guys should be able to relatively find somewhat easy here in the U.S. So if you want to say our list is better than Cigar Aficionados, that's not for us to judge. If you guys want to say it, you can. But it's not for us to say it here. But you guys can if you want. Got a video?
That's good. I think that would help out a lot. But do me a favor, guys. Share this for us. We'll be back after our little intro video for this final third of the week. Make sure I got the right video there. I actually put a question in the because I figured we'll touch on Vegas a little bit while we're there. What is your favorite vacation lounge that you go to? Is there one that you repeatedly go to, or one that you went to while out and about? Not your home location. I don't want to hear about your where everybody knows your name type situation. I want to hear about the ones not close by. And why you liked it so much, even if it's for a small reason. Whatever you think is a good reason, I want to hear it. But we'll be back with you guys right after this.
Yeah. Damn it.
You totally got it in, right?
Not
all the sharing done. Yup, definitely did it. Hey, Leo, Eduardo, Robert, Jeff, how you guys doing? How's it going today? It's pretty dang good. It's a nice, relaxing Friday. Nothing crazy happening other than some good stuff to talk about. Like we talked about right before the intro video, we're going to talk about Vegas a little bit. Very excited to go into a couple of details on the new 8 Lounge over at Resort World.
Bless you.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, excuse me. I was waiting for the show. That was a lot of fun. Cam, how you doing, brother? But other than, Vegas stuff, and obviously got to go back again in like 10 days now. Not even a whole 2 weeks. Gosh.
Well, this time in 2 weeks, we'll probably be headed back home.
That's right. Oh my goodness. Yep. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird to be there again already. But other than Vegas stuff, we also have to talk about the top 25 list from Cigar Aficionado. I'm hearing a lot of back and forth, as they do every year. Those who love it and those who hate it. Those who think it's totally just bought out. Some of them like, oh, well, this is definitely the list. I have to try every single one on here, which I'm hearing less and less, but it definitely still happens. There's always that push right after it gets posted, where people will come in asking for those cigars. I was like, yeah, you have a subscription, I think. You might have a subscription.
For today's show, you guys, I am smoking the Berger Habano. The only thing I'm going to say about this cigar is there are some really heavy veins on this thing.
Nice.
To where they are just really protruding on this cigar. I mean, there's no mistaking it on here. There's a lot of them are more seamless wrappers. This one's got a lot of veins in it.
Nothing wrong with that. Let me get the cutter, yeah? Thank you.
So, Berger is not a company that I smoke a whole lot of. I have met her a couple times. She's an absolutely fabulous person. So definitely want to give more of her stuff a try. This Habano will be like the first one I've had of hers this year.
Yeah.
But that being said, you guys, let us know what you guys think of Berger cigars. If you have smoked them, in the comments, you guys. And let's start with this top 25 list. Let's start with number 25, and we will go from there. So, Mike, if you would do me a favor of bringing up the list.
Yeah, one second. Let me just finish lighting this guy. I'm having Cruzado, by the way, guys. Alex Bradley, Cruzado. Robert, how you doing? Richard, how's it going? So I'm going to go ahead. I'll share it to the screen so everyone can just see it.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, let me get that out and about. There we go. Put us to the bottom so it's a little bit bigger. And the number 25 is starting with the Alec and Bradley Kitsugi Corona Gorda. Great cigar. I'm happy to see it on the list for sure, actually. I think that's it's already starting off strong right there.
I was definitely a fan of the cigar when it came out. I like the whole idea of it. I like the name of it. You know, for those that don't know, Kitsugi is that art of taking broken pottery and inlaying gold into the cracks, making it beautiful because everyone's going to be different, obviously. Good cigar from Alec and Bradley. I think it was well done.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely a great cigar.
Good call. Number 24, the EP Carrera La Historia E3. Already a fan. It's not one of my favorites out there, but it's definitely good. Again, I'm not a huge EP Carrillo fan.
Same here. I've never really been a huge EP Carrillo fan. When they won it twice, I really didn't get it. I did not think those were the best cigars of those years.
But none of them bad, though.
Right.
Good cigars. Just not my favorite for myself, personal. Ashton, Puro Sol in the Churchill for number 23. Ashton, I'm a big fan of.
Mm-hmm.
I do like a lot of Ashton cigars. So again, not crazy, you know, where it's at. Totally fine.
Right.
Totally fine right now. The Ramon Iones by AJ Fernandez in the Torpedo. I mean, AJ's blending is phenomenal. I mean, it's very hard to find one that you're not going to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
If you like that profile, if you like a little bit of earth, maybe a little bit of black pepper spice. Those are some keystones to what he produces.
Yep.
And I'm all about that. So you're not going to hear me complain about AJ being on there. There's very few that I don't enjoy. All right. So number 21 is the Padilla 88 Aniversario Robusto, which I don't remember myself.
I am a fan of Padilla cigars. We don't have a whole lot of them at the shop, but I am a fan of his cigars. Matter of fact, the first cigar I smoked last year was a Padilla.
Yeah.
I think they're great cigars, so definitely don't mind seeing them on the list. But up next, we have LFD, right?
Yes, LFD.
Airbender Chisel.
I'm not a big Chisel fan. The size doesn't do it for me.
I think there's better cigars out there from LFD, in my opinion. But definitely I can see where they're coming from on that one. I don't disagree with it being on there. So I'm going to go ahead and say okay.
Absolutely. And real quick, Tom, how you doing, brother? Jeff, haven't been to too many lounges out and about, but Boisedale at Canary Wharf near London was pretty cool. Okay, that sounds pretty awesome. That's a few time zones away. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a pretty cool factor in itself. So I definitely think that's awesome, man.
Now, the next cigar up is interesting because I just smoked it on Monday's show, I believe it was. So before this list came out, I had this cigar. It was recommended to me by Peter. I looked it up on Half Wheel. It was highly rated cigar, very well received cigar. That is the St. Louis Rey Carinas, the Toro.
Very good cigar.
So very interesting to see that cigar on there.
But it makes sense that they rated it so high. I mean, I'm glad they used those actual ratings, it seems, into the list. It would be very upsetting to see like something that got a 79 or something. 18, the Ramon Ionas Gigante. And I think that is going to be, I'm going to click on it real quick, see if I'm correct here. It's full. Yeah, it's a Cuban. Yeah. So it's a Cuban SA. The first Cuban we run into on the list, not very high on there. So it's not exactly, messing up your order if you're looking for the top 10.
Right.
But if you have a hard time getting hold of Cubans, which some of us do, I don't really smoke that many to begin with, but I can't just like pick them out of thin air. It's a lot more difficult, but fine. I'm not going to complain just yet.
Yeah.
So totally fine. Number 17, My Father the Judge.
Now, this one I to take a little issue with. I think there are better cigars from My Father than the Judge. La Palencia, the La Bijou, definitely come to mind.
I like the La Bijou.
But again, I believe the way they do it is the blind testing.
Yes.
And it might have just hit whoever was grading these at the time the right way. So I can see how it could be on the list. I just think that there's better offerings from My Father.
I could agree with that, definitely. I mean, the La Opuluenza is very nice stuff. Richard and Karen, how you guys doing? Good to see you. Same question goes for everyone out there, by the way. Asked in the beginning of the show. What is your favorite vacation lounge? Not your home base, not your home away from home one. I want one that you visit specifically when you're in that part of the place. Maybe you're relaxing, or you've only been there once and it just really stood out for whatever reason. It stood out to you. Let us know in the comments.
I've never been there yet, but I would definitely like to have a cigar in Australia with Richard and Karen.
Oh, heck yeah.
I think that'd be a lot of fun. I've never been to Australia. I'll be honest with you guys. I do not like to travel outside the United States. I used to go to Mexico a lot, like deep into Mexico where the family's from.
Yeah.
But traveling outside of the U.S. just doesn't interest me. For whatever reason, I like traveling here in the U.S. But of the few places that I would like to go that aren't here, Australia's up there. Japan is up there. And for me, Spain is up there. And that's about it. Other than that, I really haven't seen anywhere that's like super peak my interest. Like, oh, I got to go there. But Australia was always on the list.
I want to go to a lot of places. Even if it's just for a couple moments, just to check some stuff out and get out, I'm totally down for that. 16, the Hoya Silva Robusto. Good stuff.
It's okay.
It's again, okay. That's right in the middle of the road there. So if it's one of your favorites, I definitely get, it being on here. If you don't like it, it's not too hard up there. It's not upsetting. The Herrera Esteli Habano. I actually, what is the blue band? Oh my goodness. The blue band Herrera.
Oh, not the Miami.
No, I don't think so. My goodness. It's not my favorite Herrera out of there, out of the lineup. Not bad again, but for myself, I would have went with a different blend or a different wrapper, I guess. Number 14, the Aging Room Cointreau. Not a fan.
So this was one that actually won Cigar of the Year a few years back.
Not too long ago,
that I really didn't care for, but it is what it is.
I still don't like it. It's not a cigar for me.
Yeah.
But then again, it is consistent. It does have flavors. I can see why other people would like it. It just didn't hit my palate. It's much different than it not being a good cigar. There are so many cigars out there that are fantastic. And I just, personal preference would lead me to smoke something else before that. Tatuaje Reserva K222. I don't know if I've had this.
We have.
Have we?
Yeah.
I don't remember it. I don't know if that's a bad side or not.
Tatuaje, I'll be honest with you guys, is probably, if I don't know what I'm going to smoke that day, I'm like, damn, what am I going to smoke? I will usually gravitate towards grabbing an Oliva, a Roma Craft, or Tatuaje. It's just three cigar, or Illusion. I'll be honest, Illusion also.
Yeah.
Tatuaje is just something that I know is going to be consistent. I know I'm going to get that nice strength that I'm after and a good profile that I like. So it's really a no-brainer. If I could have a humidor that was full of cigars, like, hey, bro, these are cigars that we just don't have bands for or whatever, and you mixed in Roma Craft, Tatuaje, Illusion, and Oliva, I could smoke that for a long, long time. I'd be super happy.
Yeah, I won't be sad about that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Number 12, the Luciano the Dreamer. Good stuff. Not an overly complex cigar. if I remember correctly, but very wonderful in what it gives you. It's very rich, not too crazy on the strength, if I remember proper.
Real quick, Leo says his friend in Hawaii has Table 36 cigars, and New Zealand.
In New Zealand, maybe I got to visit New Zealand then
That's
too.
cool.
Doesn't sound bad to me. Oh man, I heard it's beautiful over there. I have a buddy who traveled there for a while, lived there for a little while.
So they did Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
So they have all the rolling green hills and shit.
And they have all the moving trees and stuff. Yeah,
right.
That's why they go there, because the
orcs and the golems and shit.
None of them are union there.
Right.
So you can just hire them. Scabs basically here.
Right.
Are just completely free range there. It's free. It's a free fantasy creature market.
Gotcha.
So it's a much better
number. And I hear it's very well designed, because if you design somewhere, probably like Fresno or something.
Fresno or some shit. Ugh, gosh. Number 11. Nothing against Fresno. My God. Cloud Hopper number 53. I'm gonna click on this guy because this is news to me. We're looking at a pure Nicaraguan cigar from Aganorsa Leaf. Thanks a lot, Jeremy, because I have not had one of these yet. So this is something we gotta get a hold of, for myself at least. Number 10, starting the 10 list off, Arturo Fuente Rare Pink Vintage 1960 series, the Happy Endings, which is the latest edition in the line as far as sizes go.
The fact that it's the Happy Ending is probably the best name ever.
It's a happy ending.
I think that's great for the Fuente family, especially gosh dang it, it's based on her name right now. Liana. Yeah. I think that's a great accolade for them. She cracked that top 10 list with that cigar.
Oh yeah.
I know that's her pride and joy. So congratulations to them on that one. Up next is the number 9 cigar, the Rocky Patel Grand Reserve Robusto.
I don't get it.
I think Rocky Patel's an awesome guy. He's super friendly, super chill. I just find a lot of his cigars just don't hit me in the right spot. So I don't really get this pick, but it is their list. Again, it was a blind taste test. So at that time, maybe just hit him the right way.
What do you call it? California Volume 2 out yet? Not just yet, but there will be news on that soon enough. Don't you worry. It'll probably be number 1 or 2 next year anyway. So just got to be careful with that. I like a lot of Rockies. That's just I would pick other ones, like we talked about my father with the Judge versus the La Bijou or La Opuenza, Guanafuerte. The Grand Reserve from Rocky Patel would not be the one I'd pick.
Right.
So that's the only difference right there. That's really personal preference again. Doesn't make a bad stick.
Up next at the number 8 spot is actually one of Jeff Smith's favorite cigars. He buys a lot of these, and he actually gave us a couple once, which I was very happy with. So it is another Cuban, unfortunately, but it is a Cohiba Siglo 6. Can't say anything wrong about that cigar.
Really good.
I'll say if you get a good one, sometimes, the small island, they rush stuff a little too much. But you get a good one, it's a damn good cigar. But again, it is Cuban. So that's my only issue with it. If you can't go into a normal shop and be able to buy it, I find that difficult to make the list. So it is what it is.
Truly.
Up next at number 7, a cigar that in any of its variations will make the top 10 list almost every year. If not, it's always in the top 25 for Cigar Aficionado. Oh, yeah. It's the Serie V Melanio in the Maduro Churchill. The Melanio or the Melanio Maduro are always on the list. It's just a very consistent couple of cigars. Different sizes will make it every year. Obviously, they've won it number 1 with it as well. But, you can't really say anything about it other than you guys know it's a fantastic cigar, and it's going to be on this list every year.
The consistency is just impeccable. It's really hard to get past that. Could have been higher still, honestly, and I wouldn't have been surprised. Number 6, though, Ilusion Cruzado Robusto. Again, like Frankie said, Ilusion easily in the rotation. Not even this specific one, but just a blanket of different Ilusions would be easily to fit in. The MJ12, oh my goodness, what's the series called? The Animal Cracker, the Bone
Surrogates.
The Surrogates. Thank you. Wonderful stuff, and not even like their fanciest ones by any means. So Ilusion being on the list, and especially at number 6, I'm very happy to see that. No complaints.
Tom wants to know, so is this a list or who paid Cigar Aficionado the most in 2021? That's something that's highly debated on whether or not people are getting extra considerations on the list for it. You know, you see people that won cigar of the year, and obviously there's better cigars out there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of iffy. I mean, I'm going to let Cigar Aficionado do the list. They want to do their list. That's why it's theirs. You guys can always check out our list. You can check out Cigar Props list. You can check out Cigar Snobs list, Cigars and Spirits list.
Dojo does a good one.
Dojo does one. Half Wheel does one. You know, you can check out all the lists you want. But in the end, it's, you know, what you like to smoke. So whether your flavors line up with this list or our list or whoever's list, I mean, that's just personal preference, guys.
Truly. Number 5. Although, what was I gonna say to that? I don't know a whole lot about it, but there's always the memes out there about Harry Potter, and they do a point thing every year, and for some reason he just gets points like nobody's business. Like, 100 extra points to his house now. I think the money might make you more of a Harry Potter.
Well, I'll be honest. I mean, if there's a cigar company out there that want to make our number one, you know, we'll take money. I don't care. It's all good.
What do you call it?
We will make a list of companies that paid us the most to put their cigar on that list that year.
That's a good list.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably be my favorite list of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I would love that. No, couldn't do that. Maybe. Okay, maybe.
Do we do number 4?
Number 5. No, that was 6. We're on number 5 right now.
Okay, so the Casa Cuba Double Quattro.
Doble. I wonder if that's a misspelling or if
it's a good cigar. I'm
It's
not
a
gonna
really
say the
good
Casa
cigar.
Cubas are good cigars. You can't go wrong with when you reach for one of those. Stables in any good humidor, personal or store, just a good cigar.
It's true. It is very true. I'm not going to be sad if I get one of those. I pay for those, no problem. But now we're on to the Padilla Series D, number 4, and click on that again. And wouldn't you know, it is a Cuban.
Yeah.
It is a pretty pricey Cuban at that point, but not terrible, honestly. If we're talking price point. I don't know if I've had this one. I have one sitting in the humidor, different size.
Is it a different size?
I'm pretty sure it's a different size.
What is this number 4 size?
Excuse me, I'll go check the thingy again. This is a 4 7/8 by 50 ring gauge. Yeah, I have a much bigger one.
Yeah, you have a Toro or something like that.
Oh my god, that sounds weird. Either way, if I get the blend, I can kind of see what I'm going for. But obviously, the size and shape of the cigar does affect flavor. I know a lot of people don't think that. It might still be like, just a little bit. No, there's some big differences sometimes.
Oh yeah,
especially, you know, the smaller the ring gauge to a very large one. Shorter smokes tend to just have a little more concentrate. Just, you know, something to think about. This one, I'm not. No. Number at 25, somewhere in there, sure.
I'll disagree with you. I think it's a good cigar. It's not my favorite Cuban cigar, but I could see at the right moment that cigar hitting you in the right spot and being the one.
No, I'm talking about number 3.
Oh, number 3.
Number 3 is where I'm like, no.
Here's the thing about number 3. I like San Cristobal cigars, especially for newer smokers wanting to get into, you know, more refined stuff. I like to recommend San Cristobal's. I believe it's the Revelation. Is the one I like a lot. It being so high on the list, again, it's just happened to hit him the right spot that day.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah, size does not matter. Eduardo, I love San Cristobal line. Plus, I was there for the cigar release. Happy to see it get some love. Okay, all right. So there's definitely worthy up there. Again, it's not a line for me. I'm not a huge San Cristobal fan. Nothing wrong with them. Smoke it, no problem. But there's other cigars that I would have liked to have seen on here somewhere. Monte Cristo.
Actually, Eduardo said the Revelation is his go-to also. Yeah,
that's great.
I think it's great. I like San Cristobal. I'm a fan. I really am. It might not be something that I smoke a lot, but every once in a while when I go in the humidor, I'm like, man, what haven't I not had in a while? You know, and I go for a San Cristobal, I'm not going to be disappointed.
Fair. Number 2, the Monte Cristo 1935 anniversary Nicaragua, number 2. Long name.
Now, this cigar we actually talked to Raj and the guys over at the Cigar Outlet about, and none of us were disappointed that it was on the list.
No.
It's a really good cigar. I mean, yeah, obviously it comes from one of the bigger companies, which, you know, you want to see maybe smaller companies get some more love, but it is a very good cigar. It's got a decent price point. It's got great flavors, great consistency. I think that's probably one of the best cigars that they make.
I could agree with that. It's very nice. I mean, if you are not a big Monte Cristo fan, maybe try that out. Give it another try. Give the company another try because you might find you found something you like.
I know a lot of people that watch our show and that watch other shows like ours. We're into the cigar culture. We're into the cigar nerdiness. We're into those boutique, hard to find cigars.
True.
And so, the San Cristobal or the Monte Cristo or the Oliva even sometimes may not come across our radar because they're from the bigger companies. And we're really looking for that small batch stuff. But definitely, if you guys have not tried it yet, definitely go give it a try. I do not think you'll be disappointed in it at all.
Absolutely. Like this one right here, for number one, I'm not sad about this at all. I love Padron. The 1964 anniversary series Torpedo in the natural. Wonderful cigar. For Padron, not too strong, but plenty of flavor there. I think they're always consistent. Definitely for celebration anytime. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I really do like Padron.
Now, Padron for me, when I talk about the higher end cigars, and those are ones that just come with that higher price point. So, something like the Atabey, or something from the Opus line, or Davidoff, Padron, Liga Privada. Those are usually the 5 cigars that I talk about when I talk about the high end cigars.
Yeah.
You can add El Septimo in there because they make some good stuff that's higher up on the price point. Padron has always been towards the bottom of the list for me with Davidoff. I don't smoke as many as I do with the other ones.
True.
But I will say, I have smoked a few more Padrones recently, and I'm starting to come around to the idea of how much better they are, especially the 64 in the Torpedo. I think Torpedo is a great size. I think this is a great choice in the natural. I know some people's like, I prefer the Maduro, which I understand as well. But that natural has just something about it that I can absolutely get behind this being cigar of the year, no problem. I know it's been around for a while. I know that it's I don't want to take anything away and say it's not flashy or anything like that because obviously it's it's a higher end cigar, but
yeah, more substance than flash.
Yeah, I think it's just a well made, consistent cigar. You're gonna pick this up, you're gonna know exactly what you're getting every time you pick it up, and it's gonna be phenomenal.
I think it was just a blanket documentary over the industry where the Padron family was talking about they don't really advertise, they don't have reps. Their product speaks for itself.
Yep. And
they did come out with a new slogan, kind of borrowed from Average Joe, and like, we're Padron, we're better than you, and we know it. And you know what? That's fine. They could do that now because they probably have been doing that for a long time.
Yeah,
I really enjoy Padron. I love the 1000 series.
Emily, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going? I love the 64. I like. I don't know if there's any Padrones that I don't like.
Right.
It's a very good brand for me. And like you said, if you might want to spend your money maybe on the Davidoff or the El Septimo for that matter, or any of the other companies that have that kind of similar price point and that similar luxury feel, totally cool. But for my dollars to donuts, I want that anniversary series. Torpedo and Natural is one of the ones that I pick for sure.
I'm going to put this question to everybody in the comments that smoked it, and I'm also going to put it to you. I want to hear your honest answer.
Yeah.
Now that we have Cigar Aficionado's number 1 cigar of the year, the Padron 1964 Anniversario series Torpedo and the Natural, and you put that up against the El Septimo Salvador Dali, our number 1 cigar of the year, which one are you going with and why?
Oh man,
I can give you my answer if you need time to think about it, but
I need to smoke them back to back.
You
need to smoke them next to each other. If I'm going gut feeling, I'd probably go the El Septimo because it's just a little less in strength, but it doesn't sacrifice any flavor. The price point's a little bit better because I'm a cheap person, but I really do love that Padron. So I guess if you're talking back to back, like if I'm gonna have multiples of the same cigar, probably El Septimo. If I'm gonna celebrate, I'm gonna go Padron.
So which one would you take first?
You give your answer first, so I can.
I'm going to stick by our Salvador Dali, and I'll tell you why. I think that the consistency that I've had on it rivals that of Padron when it comes to that cigar line. I think the wrapper on that cigar is one of the most beautiful wrappers I've ever seen. It is always consistent when you guys look at them. The price point is better. Yeah, you're right on that.
Yeah, it is.
The flavors are exceptional, and I just happen to love that cigar. So for me, I will take the El Septimo over the Padron.
I can't give it consistency because it hasn't been out as long. That's one of those things. But we're not talking about years before. The best cigar this year,
Right.
or best cigar of 2021. I don't know if I smoked that many Padrones. If I go off of what I actually smoked, it'd be more of the Sacred Arts. I definitely think I had more of those than I did the 64 in any of the variants. Because I think there's a Maduro and a natural.
Yep.
No, I don't think there's anything. I think those are the only two. Yeah. I guess I'd have to go Septimo then. I'd have to go with the Sacred Arts for this one.
Stick by our pick, peoples. But yeah, if anybody in the comments has smoked both, let us know what you guys think, which one you would prefer. Definitely curious about that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely want to hear more about it. And I'm going to take this down for right now, guys. So that's the top 25 for Cigar Aficionado. We can touch the other list another time, I guess. But there are just so many of them. And I think being Cigar Aficionado, they kind of get the attention, which is fine. I'm not sad about it. I think it's still a pretty cool list to check out. Don't always agree with everything they have on there, and there's other ones I wish I would have seen. Doesn't mean that it doesn't take away from any other cigar.
Now that's a question I was going to ask you. Was there any cigar that you think should have been included on their list?
Yeah, I honestly think the Sacred Hearts could have been on there. I think I still wanted to do the Lancero, and I got outvoted on that one. I think that one could have been on the list easily. You don't see any Lanceros on there.
The Lusano?
Was it? I would just switch pages too. You're probably right. So at least one. We could have just literally just swapped those two out and would have been totally fine. Another one.
So Eduardo said he still needs to try the El Septimo line, but he agrees Padron is very good. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to be disappointed in either one. It's going to be very difficult to say you'll be, oh, no, I don't want this. No. Pretty much, I think across the board, you're going to find a lot of Padron lovers, and El Septimo is catching on pretty dang quickly. They're doing a great job hitting that ground running. I got this up, though, so we want to switch topics. We can show some pictures.
Sure. So you guys, for those of you that didn't know, Wednesday, we're going to Las Vegas just for the day, came back Thursday. Just finally got a day off. We haven't had a day off in months. So our buddy Peter's going back to school. So we decided, hey, you know what? We have a day. Let's go out to Vegas. We'll hang out and do some fun stuff. And we did. We ate at Carmine's Italian restaurant in the Caesar Forum shops. Fantastic food over there, you guys. Went to Casa Fuente, went to Monte Cristo Lounge. I went to the 8 Lounge, which is a new lounge inside of the Resort World. And there's some positives and some negatives. Negatives, I wasn't too impressed with the humidor. I mean, yeah, they have a lot of stuff in there. But I want to see more variety, in my opinion.
Let's go to gallery real quick. Maybe I can show the humidor a little better.
Yeah.
No, not right now. It looks like just a couple of stock photos. I mean, they've only been open a couple of months.
Right.
So they have the staples in there. And honestly, even then, it was kind of lacking. It's one wall. Not very much. It's just the selection's just not there yet.
I honestly thought when they were hyping it up, it was going to have more.
Yeah, thought it was because it sounds like it's going to be huge.
I thought it was going to be a bigger humidor. Yeah.
Yeah. And the lounge, calling it 8 Lounge, kind of refers to the places you can smoke at. But it really felt there's only 3 locations. There is the main inside area, which you kind of see in that picture. There's the patio, and then there's the rooms,
the private rooms.
So you can, I think there's like 6 of them, maybe 4.
There's
4.
3.
No, I got passed by 4 sections. I'm pretty sure it's at least 4.
Either way, it was different than what I thought. The indoor seating is very dark. I had a hard time looking at the menu. I had to put my phone light on it.
Friggin' yeah, real dark inside. Outside was awesome though.
Outside was absolutely beautiful. It was a nice, crisp evening. So we had the heaters on the sides of us going. The drinks were good. The big thing about this lounge I really like, unlike a lot of other lounges in Vegas, is there is no cutting fee.
Classy move. So
if you want to bring your own cigar, they more than welcome that. And you can enjoy it there without having to pay, that $5, $10, $20 cutting fee that some other place in Vegas have.
True.
So that was a big plus. The waitress that helped us out was very nice. She was very attentive, which was cool. Everybody else that helped us out as well was very, very nice. So no complaints there. They do recommend you making a reservation if you're going to go after 6. But we didn't really need it. We went in.
It was a weekday, very middle of the week, and we went pretty early still. So I think, we were safe. But if you're going to hit up on a weekend, which I definitely would recommend, you're going to see the full experience, I bet. Get that reservation in. Definitely get that reservation.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I think the fact that the humidor was small, it was really nice of them to allow you to just smoke your own cigars as well. I think that was a classy move right there. And I think the other lounges really could take a lesson from that. But they are branded after cigar companies like Monte Cristo, Davidoff, or not Davidoff. Davidoff Lounge, Casa Fuente. So they're definitely pushing their cigars a little harder because they have house. The house makes the rules there. Well, this one doesn't have that attachment, allowing them to kind of be a little more free with it. I hope that means they're going to bring in some more hard to find things. The guy working the humidor seemed pretty knowledgeable. He talked about the LCA program, mentioned some cigars that he liked, and pointed to, hey, this one's a little harder to find than some of our other stuff. Really appreciated that.
But he was well aware that nothing in there was super difficult to find.
Yeah, very upfront.
He was upfront about that, so it was very cool of him.
Absolutely no complaints on that. Like you said, everyone was very hospitable. Everyone was really attentive. They even had a bathroom. What do you call it? Attendant. Yeah, which I never experienced before. I don't know if I did it right. It was very awkward.
Did you hug him?
I was about to. We're gonna high five for a job well done, and I was like, no, better not. I don't think he wants that. I would definitely go back.
I want to go back.
I want to go back, not just for the 8 Lounge itself, but if you check out Resort World, it's pretty dang nice.
Well, we'll go to a party on Thursday for TPE, so yeah.
It's there?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the
no, Stogie Chick's having a party.
Stogie Chick's having. Okay, no, I'm thinking Wednesday night. That Sahara. I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So many parties and whatnot. Yeah, definitely going back. I'm gonna put a couple bucks together if anyone wants to go with me. Halvesies on a locker. It's only $5,000 a month or $5,000 a year.
The last locker was claimed by Marshawn Lynch.
I don't know if that's true because I saw 4 of them with just numbers.
Yeah, because people don't want their names out there. They don't want people to know.
That's
what I would do.
What are you talking about? Friggin' Mark Wahlberg had his on there.
Yeah, that's Mark
Who's
Wahlberg.
more famous than Mark Wahlberg? Name one person.
Rick Fox.
Rick Fox? He's down and out, all right? He can't even ball no more. He's no longer Rick Fox. Rick Fox is here. Whatever. I'm curious if OJ's has one or not.
I wouldn't doubt if it's a group of people. They all have a key, so they don't just put one name on it.
That's not a bad idea. That makes sense. Like you got, say, 5 guys who like cigars. They just throw $1,000 in, and then they put whatever they want in there.
Yeah,
and then just switch out. Oh, we're locker 100 or we're locker 25, whatever it is.
That's what my guess is.
That makes sense. Okay, now I can see why there's still numbers. Or like you said, maybe people just do appreciate their privacy a little more. Obviously, you're not going to hide if you're a famous person, but you can at least get that little bit of extra, whatever. So that makes sense. That does make sense. But obviously, they're not all going to keep them forever. So whoever wants to go in with me, let's get one of those lockers. Let's do this.
But that being said, Mike, I'm that's all I've got.
Yeah, I think that's going to wrap it for today, guys.
I will say that if you guys are going to Vegas, check out Area 15. The place was awesome.
It was really fun. Bring your wallet and don't ever ask me to play virtual golf ever again because that sucked. I'm going to say it right here. I don't like golf.
You sunk your last putt.
Golf is lame. Golf is no. I don't care about Tiger Woods and all them anymore. I'm no longer heroes. The dumb game. Angry.
All right, guys. That's going to do it for us. Thank you guys so much for watching.
It's dumb.
We'll be back Monday
with
a new first third of the week.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend, you guys. Have some good smokes over the weekend, and we will talk to you guys on Monday.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all have a good one. I feel like I'm forgetting something else. Is there anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Now I'm really turning it off now. All right, guys.